I had a completely different video planned for you guys today, and then I went into meditation and everything changed. Guys, today I want to talk to you about some quantum field secrets that are going to completely code your reality in a whole new way than you maybe ever used to. This is something that has been shown to me for about 9 months now in my visual field. If you aren't aware or haven't heard all of my podcasts or some of my recent videos, I have talked about some of my last plant medicine journeys that I've been on where I have seen symbols in the field all around me for hours, and I've seen how they interact with me and how they change, and I haven't really understood it that fully. I thought it was super cool, and I was just very intrigued by it all until I went into meditation this afternoon. And I got downloaded and shown so much new information and understood finally why I was seeing all that and how to use it in creating your own reality. But before I get into that, I just want to let you guys know I have an announcement, and it's kind of sad. Kind of sad and not sad. It's about, sometimes you have to let go of the old to bring in the new. And one of the things that I am letting go of is my one-to-one services where I'll do personal readings, healings, and all of that with you guys. I'm taking all of my one-to-one services off my website at the end of this week, at some point this week. And I'm going to only be working with clients now on a month coaching basis. So 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month. So I'm telling you this because if you've wanted to get a reading from me or a healing session, whether it's inner child or I don't know, an astrology reading, this is the week to get it because I will be removing everything off my website and going strictly into much more transformational coaching. It's something my guides have been nudging me to do for almost a year, and last week they said it's time. You can't delay this any longer. And so listening to my guidance system, that is what's happening. So just keep that in mind. And I'm leaving that link below. And by the end of this week, that link will be deactivated and I will no longer be offering that. But of course, if you want to still work with me in group settings, I have my Alchemy program, which you can always work with me in that free call that I do every month. And I will also be doing still my free readings on my YouTube channel for you guys that you guys love. So don't worry, I'm not taking that away. You guys will still have access to all of that. So coding your field, coding the quantum field around you. So I'm in meditation today, and I am, I'm getting this sense of like, I'm hearing coding your reality. And I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? And all of a sudden, everything just got downloaded into me, and I understood why I've been seeing all of these symbols. Now, there is a way to utilize symbology in your field through the act of visualization to, I want to say, backdoor your co-creation with the universe. Or take one of those, how in video games there's like secret trap doors? Like it's almost like I don't know, it's a way to like kind of shortcut your quantum creation. And so one of the reasons why I was shown these symbols is like, this is what's all around us. These symbols are all around us in the field. It's like this is the language of the universe in many ways, okay? Sound is one of the languages of the universe. Symbology is another form of language in the universe. And so when you speak someone's language, okay, think about it. If you're going to have a conversation in, your mother tongue and someone else has a completely different mother tongue and you're trying to communicate, that communication gets a little bit difficult, right? Everything's lost in translation. Well, this is where lost in translation gets removed from the equation and you are now speaking the language of the universe. I was shown, for instance, to give this example to you guys so that you'll understand. So one of the symbols that I frequently see in the field is a tribal marking of a feather. It's simply lines of just a feather, and I see it all the time. I also see wave forms, specifically 2 squiggly lines. I've also seen symbols like the money symbol or gold bars or things like that. But one of the things in particularly the feather symbol seems to come through very, very strongly. And I've wondered, I'm like, why do I keep seeing this symbol? What is the significance of it or the importance of it that I need to know about? Because there's a reason why I'm seeing it. And now I understand. So the feather represents lightness. The feather represents higher realms, right? Whenever I've seen a feather fall into my reality where I know, like, I don't even know where that came from because there was no feather like that could have gotten in here somewhere. We know that that is usually the angelic realm communicating with us. When we use feathers as symbology in our field around us, we are bringing in the frequency and the vibrational coding of lightness, ease, speed, and angelic miracles, okay? You're bringing in the assistance of the angelic realm. Now, when you couple that with, say, a symbol known for wealth, which is like, say, a money symbol, okay? Whatever symbols you really resonate with, there's a lot of them out there. You can call it into your field, and you bring the feather, you bring the wealth symbol, and then I also was shown to bring in the waveform. So I see these two squiggly lines, and the squiggly lines represent water and fluid, so it represents flow. Water symbols also are very regenerative and restorative and bring in a sense of, okay, when we think about all of creation from a human perspective, the womb has its own waters, and all of the creation is held within the water. And so it is a form of creation and birthing, but it's also a sense of flow. It's a sense of things are just naturally flowing towards you with ease, and you can actually increase the waveform, is what I was shown, to speed up the process or to even increase the abundance. Water is representative of the feminine energy, and the feminine energy is all about receptivity. So now you are also bringing in the principle of receptivity into the equation. So here's what happens. When you merge these symbols together, you are creating a coherent vibrational frequency in the field around you that is merging those frequencies together to align, to be in harmony, to basically marry one another in your reality. And you can see hundreds, thousands of these symbols, okay? The same ones all around you merging together. Now, one of the other things that also I realized in my meditation is I've seen these symbols changing colors in the field. I've seen them, and they happen to actually be in very neon-like colors. So I've seen blues and oranges and greens and yellows and all pinks, like all different kinds of colors. And what I was told in my meditation is that if you have a block in any of your chakras that you feel might be impeding the flow of this energy coming towards you, or if you know like your abundance is restricted or your ability to create is restricted. So for instance, say it's your throat chakra, okay? Like you have, you know that perhaps if you were to open up your throat chakra, it would increase more flow towards you, right? It would open up all your energy centers. There's a block there. So you could see the symbols as blue. If you are feeling like you're blocked creatively, you could see the symbols of orange for the sacral chakra. Now, on the converse side, if you are wanting to manifest through means of those different chakras, so for instance, if you're a public speaker, or maybe you have a podcast like I do, you can also color those symbols to represent that throat chakra. If you are maybe working in the healing space, okay, and the healing is very much a green color represented by the heart chakra, you can utilize the color green in there. So maybe you're a therapist or an energy worker, or I don't know, maybe you are a psychologist, or I don't know, you're working in the healing industry in some capacity, you're a nurse, a doctor, I don't know. You could color those symbols so that they will come through. Sorry, my video just stopped. So you can color those symbols so that you will receive through those different chakras. Now, listen, if you want to receive through all 7 chakras, color the rainbow of those symbols, go nuts. You can see them changing colors, all that kind of stuff. The colors bring in a frequency, so you can enhance that. Now, why this is important is because when we bring our focus onto something, when we bring focus and attention through observation, we can collapse a waveform of energy into a particle. What does that mean? That means that a waveform is simply a particle moving at really fast speeds, okay? It looks like it's a wave, but it's just a particle moving really quickly. If you slow it down, we know that matter exists in this 3D reality because things move a lot slower, it becomes more dense. So if you are focusing something, you collapse the probability into an actual reality in this time and space. So this is one of the things of why we use visualization to start creating our reality. You can actually backdoor the whole process with the universe by actually speaking its language of symbology and colors and sound too. You can actually use, there's a certain frequency you want to use that you're listening to while you're doing all this, I would highly suggest that. So this is just something that I was just downloaded with in my meditation, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced this as well, if you've received this information, if you tried it, let me know. I don't know. But that's it for now. Oh, don't forget tomorrow's podcast, super fun. Makosi, the royal shaman, really powerful episode. We've had conversations that were so refreshing, perspectives that we've never discussed on the podcast before. And of course, she has some really cool stories of ancient Egyptian memories when she was 2 years old of being mummified and telling her mom at 2 years old how to mummify her body, like going step-by-step process. Very interesting. But we go into a really cool range of topics that I think are going to be really helpful to you guys. So definitely check that one out. And of course, I will have my all signs out later this week. Don't forget, if you want to book a reading with me or anything like that, this is the week to do it. After that, I'll be taking everything off my website. It's the end of an era. I gotta tell you, it's a weird feeling for me. It's like this idea of, in order to bring in the new, sometimes you have to let go of the old. And this is something I've been putting off for a while, and I can't put it off anymore. So I'm just letting you guys know. So if you want to, fair warning. All right, guys, I love you so much. Have an incredible week, and I'll talk to you soon.